Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, my number 3 is an iOS game called God of Light. This is a new release. It got recommended on Twitter by a listener, and I'm very glad it was recommended. It's a very, very fine and very engaging puzzle game that involves you redirecting beams of light from these reflective discs. Some of the discs can be rotated and moved, etc. And there's a very, very inviting chill-out... it's not really a song. It's like songs. It's like a soundscape by Uncle.
Oh, okay.
And there's an air of Avatar about the whole thing. The James Cameron film. There's all this talk of a celestial tree, and there's these you're sort of moving these twinkling sort of sources of light. So it made me think of Avatar. I'm sure that it was an influence. It starts off quite mildly, and I was enjoying it so much that I kind of wanted it to stay that way. It's that kind of very pleasurable, laid-back experience that you find less and less, especially on iOS. Sadly, it starts getting intermittently really crafty and encouraging you to pay for assistance. And I'm just not happy with that structure. Most people these days are. This is a business model that people accept and are happy. I just like paying for things and getting them. So basically, on 3 occasions, I had to consult a walkthrough. That's the other problem. It's not a problem. It's I'm very happy that it. But I hit a couple of 3 or 4 brick walls, and it went on the internet, and it's a video game, so there are walkthroughs available online. But those points where I got stuck, they felt to me like they were deliberately put there to extract money. I mean, the severity was so sudden. They felt like really harsh spikes. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just was having an off day, but it felt to me, because the invitation's always there. If we can sort of give you a couple of hints or something for some money. And I'd already paid for the game. I mean, it was 69p for the first couple of days, and now I think it's £1.50. But I don't know. I wish there was a way that all of these games had 2 options. If you're a curmudgeonly old fuck and you don't understand microtransactions, a couple of quid, fine, I'll pay that. But in a game where there are difficulty spikes and there are microtransactions, it's always going to be suspicious, even if it wasn't created that way. I will always suspect that they're trying to get money out of me. And when you've already paid for the game, something about that sits wrongly with me. But I don't want to undersell the game at all, because it's just playing it was really pleasurable. I mean, there were just waves of elation because the music's so nice, and the perfectly pitched puzzles, when they aren't being brutally difficult all of a sudden, the pitch of the difficulty is so perfect. It's mechanically and aesthetically just pretty delightful, really. I have a problem with the way it's been priced, but then again, not everybody does. It's one I really, really recommend it. It's just, I'd advise consulting a walkthrough if you get stuck, unless you want to spend more than you perhaps plan to on it.